G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 5 of Brentford to Big Time. Today we are taking on West Ham in the Premier League. It is a London derby. We've managed to keep our job for, up till this point anyway, I guess. Plenty to catch you up on since you were last here, which was the end of October. It's now the end of January, so naturally there's a couple of months to tell you about. Let's get right into it. Before we do though, make sure you do leave us that like down below, subscribe if you're new around here, comment what you think of the video. Let's get cracking. So here we are then, we are looking at our home screen here at Brentford. We are still here, not even a season in, almost a season in. I don't even know, it must be getting close to a season because I'm sure we came in around 20, maybe it was like 26 games in or 25 games in, which seems weird because we're only at the end of January and we came in March. That doesn't make much sense to me, but look at this run of fixtures we've got coming up. Chelsea, then Liverpool, Arsenal, and then Manchester United. If we've got City to follow, I'm out of a job. Alright, City comes on the third last game of the year. It hasn't been a good run. I'll be completely honest with you. The last video was here against Everton. We won 3-0. I was pumped. I was jazzed. I was thinking that's the turning point. We are going to, come good from here. It's only up from there. It wasn't. We've then lost to Fulham 1-0, just one goal from Willian. We've drawn 0-0 with Norwich somehow. We've lost 3-1 to Newcastle to 2 goals in the 90 in added time at the end of the game. Also, if we look at the stats of the match, I mean they deserve it. That one they deserved it. I'll be honest with them. They deserved that one. However, though, if we go then to our game against Liverpool, which we were down 4-0. And brought back to 4-3. Came roaring back, 3 goals for Roslev, Kamada, and Mbuemo. If you look at the stats of this one, we did not. How are we conceding 4 goals if we've only conceded 4 shots on target? What's happened? There was another one, may have been this United game. If we look at the stats of this one, where we've created the better chances. We've had more chances, had more corners. And just haven't been able to do anything. Just 1-0 against Manchester United, which is decent. I'm not too upset about it, I guess. What was the other one? It's just been a story, like another 90th minute goal here against Aston Villa. We beat Wolves 1-0, which is fantastic. Watford 1-1, that's fine. 1-0 we got past Burnley. Then we lose in the FA Cup. You guessed it. A 92nd minute winner. After we had drawn level in the 88th, we couldn't then hold on for an extra 4 minutes. Wolves also 90th minute winner, 91st minute red card for some reason. But the amount of late goals we concede, I mean, not there. What about? I mean, it's infuriating. It's genuinely infuriating me. I don't know what it is about this team, but we are just not functioning. We've got knocked out of both cups. Here to Everton, as I showed you before, 2-1, and then we lost 1-0 to Wolves, which you would have seen in the last video, of course. But we're just not turning it around. I've had meetings with the board about my job. I've had meetings with players about the lack of confidence they have in us. If we look at the squad, you can see here we've got Rico Henry unhappy. He thinks we're underachieving. We've then got David Dreyer supporting him. We've got Aaron Hickey supporting him. We've got a number of key players supporting him, including Ivan Toney, Mbuemo, Mikkel Dance. We're not doing good enough. We have made a transfer. You can see him here, Mr. Ben Godfrey. He's come in. We paid £16 million for him. He's come in from Everton. I just thought he would make an absolutely sensational wide centre-back because we've gone back to our 3 at the back formation. I thought he'd be fantastic for it. That's why we've brought him in. He's played once in the Cup for us and once in the League, I think. And, it's going, I guess. It's fine. It hasn't gone fantastically yet, but maybe that's yet to come. The reason we have brought him in, though, if we go to our outgoing transfers down here somewhere, Ben Mee. Ben Mee has left. If we look at his stats for this season, he had barely played. He had played 7 appearances all up, 4 of them being substitute appearances, so he wasn't exactly making a huge difference to the squad, and we've made a profit on him, technically speaking, because we brought him in for free and then sold him for 700,000 somehow. He's 34. He's fine. I just wanted to move on. Basically, that there's no real rhyme or reason to it. Mads Bidstrup has signed a new contract but couldn't get a work permit, so now I'm trying to sell him. But I don't want him to get loaned out because no point. I just don't care. I don't care. I'm getting to the point now when I'm just pissed off. Like real PO'd, you know, because we haven't been as bad as the results make it out that we have been, you know, like we've really been in a lot of these games. What about this Chelsea one? Like even Chelsea, it was 2-1 until the 92nd minute when they got third. Like we were in the game. We just couldn't get over the line, basically. Like the wins have been gross. Like we're not scoring enough goals. We managed to score 3 away at Liverpool somehow, which was fantastic. Maybe that almost comeback was going to spur us on to do great things. Then we lose to United, Villa, draw with Watford, lose in the cup, lose in the... Like, we're just not getting on any runs, and our February is about to be absolutely horrid, and I'll be very surprised if I'm still in a job after February. If we look at... Like, I need to keep in mind other jobs, you know? Like, whether it is still in the Premier League, whether it is elsewhere in Europe's top 5 leagues, which those are the leagues I've got loaded in. I don't like that my name's close to the top of this list, but I'm still stable at this point, and we're classed as being rich, which is great. We've then just got to keep an eye on what's available, you know, because as I said in the first episode of the series, despite the name being Brentford to bring Big Time, look, it may just be that I've started at Brentford and I'm making it to the Big Time. Whether Brentford stay with us or not, maybe not. Leaning towards the not right now because I am just getting real PO'd with all of it, basically. I guess the only issue with that at this point would be that I'm not too sure that people are enjoying looking at the resume of Spike Toller when I've got a win percentage at 31% and a 112 of 38. It actually is a full season. We've already been there somehow, despite being in January and we took over in March. Weird one, but either way, we've played a full season's worth now. Win percentage of 31%. We'd probably be getting relegated. Why doesn't it say the points we've amassed in 38 games? Like what? 12 times 3 is 36 plus 9 is 45 points. So we probably would be staying up on that. We just probably should also be, you know, doing better than just surviving. We need to work on that, I think. Anyway, so today's featured game is against West Ham. This is the lineup we are going with due to some injuries, due to the work permit stuff, and generally being awful. The lineup is Trakosha in goals, back 3 of Godfrey, Aya and Ndika, wide backs Reslev and Rico Henry, midfield pairing of Janelt and Norgard with Damsgaard on the right, Lewis Potter on the left, and Daniel Marlin up front. In terms of injuries, we have got Ivan Toney just on his way back from injury. It says here... No, it doesn't say what he did. Can't remember. Kamada's also on the way back from injury. Mbuemo suspended because he got a red card in that last match. Bidstrup hasn't got a work permit, so can't do much. Look, I just don't want to lose again, man. I just don't want it to be a 90th minute goal that we concede, and I know now that I've said that... Oh, you may have noticed it there. I managed to somehow convince Thomas Frank to come back and be my assistant. I don't know... How can I show that? If I go... coaching team... Thomas Frank is my assistant coach. I don't know how I wrangled that. I don't know why he said yes. But, you know, it is what it is. I thought it was really funny to do that. So, Thomas Frank's my assistant. So that's cool. So he has a decent idea of the squad, but it hasn't been going well. He hasn't exactly helped our cause, but we're now through to the game. I just want a decent result, you know. I just don't want us to be down. I've just realised the screen is weird. Let's just... Alright, I think I fixed the screen. Sorry about that. I did not even realise the whole video I've been recording with the screen warped or zoomed in a little bit. Anyway, here's the first highlight in the 9th minute. Ben Godfrey bringing the ball forward as we want him to be doing. Big ball forward for Lewis Potter. Back to Rico Henry. Looks for a cross. Can't get beyond Norman. And it looks like it's going to be a West Ham United counter-attack. That's great news. That's fantastic. Skamaka on the ball. Back to Freuler. who they brought in from Nottingham Forest, apparently loses it out to Ruslev, who looks back for oh god, I'm worried. Anytime the goalkeeper comes out of the box in Football Manager, I just get worried. Can this highlight come to fruition? Can it get to the end bit? Oh god, here we go. It's going to be a goal, isn't it? It's Norman on the ball. It's been too long. Oh my god. Good effort from outside the box from Norman, but thankfully flies harmlessly wide this time. 12 minutes in, we're going to go with just a nice fire up. Need to fire our boys up more. Because clearly, by the way that they're performing, they're either not attacking hard enough or defending well enough. Okay, that's probably on me rather than being on not being fired up enough. Because I'm sure there has been times where they have been fired up to some degree. 22 minutes in now, no highlights since that first one. I mean, at least we're holding off, but then we're not having much of the ball when we're trying to. And then it's just going to end up being that it's a 90th minute goal yet again. Let's hit him with encourage, I don't know. Just trying to get something out of it. Just trying things, basically. Another highlight here. After 31 minutes, it's Ben Godfrey on the ball, losing out to Cedric. Freuler looks forward, and Dika wins the header, though. Lewis Potter on it now. He's into the box, over the bar. It's just a story of that, like, just almost moments where we just don't actually do enough to get over the line. And I think if I was a betting man, which I've dabbled, I don't think I'll be in Brentford starter next season. That would be my money. But stranger things have happened. We might go on a crazy run. Like, I know Leicester won the league in 2016. I don't remember. But the year before, they actually started on a good run with Nigel Pearson in charge. And then Ranieri came in and won them the league. So maybe I'm doing the Nigel Pearson job, and we're going to go on a great run for the second half of the season, or at least the last like six games or something like that, and manage to stave off relegation. And then whoever comes in next season wins the league with Brentford. So I'll take partial credit for that, while I'm having a fun time managing Peterborough or something. I don't know. We'll see into the second half now. No more highlights yet. Man, what an absolute bore draw. 11 shots between the two sides. No real good highlights. I mean, a couple of shots that flew harmlessly wide. Not even a save in either of the highlights. It's weird that there's just been two. Alright, let's go for substitutions now. Let's take off yellow-carded Ruslev for Nika Williams. Who else have we got to bring on? So we don't really have attacking options because we don't have Kamada, we don't have Mbuemo, we don't have Ivan Toney. How are we going to improve the situation going forward with these options? Josh De Silva's leaving on a free at the end of the season because I don't need him. Just don't need him. Matthijs Jansen is like a little bit more attacking than Vitaly Janelt, maybe. And other than that, we can let's bring on Lloyd Kelly and move Ndika back to the middle, maybe. I should also say it's transfer deadline day, so I mean you've probably seen all of the business that we will get through, but if there is more business, you'll see it next video. I think we might miss the deadline though by being in this game. 67 minutes in now. Can we just get another dang highlight, man? Alright. When I make the rest of the subs, which won't be far off, now, I am going to go attacking as well. Okay, so we'll take Norgard off for Baptiste, I guess. And so we can't even, like, even dropping Marlon back, we can put Onyeka on the wing. Let's put Josh De Silva on the wing because he's more attacking than Onyeka. I probably say Onyeka wrong, but I'm saying it like the basketballer for, I think he plays for the Hawks, Atlanta Hawks, the Onyeka Okongwu. Anyway, we've made some subs, we've gone more attacking. Please just don't be a 90th minute like goal for West Ham, you know. Alright, we are close to 80 minutes in now. We've gone with a fire up, 37% possession. That is ridiculous. What are we doing? Our pass map is almost looking nice though. I mean, The attacking three need to sort themselves out a little bit, but maybe that's because of the roles they're playing. I'm not going to remove that because we're trying to be attacking, you mug. What can we do? All right. All right. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing. That's legitimately the first time I've ever seen that. Here we are, 86th minute. This is the danger zone. 87, 88. Oh no, and it's a highlight. All right, Strakosha with a big ball forward. Header won by Vestergaard, of course. Vlasic on the ball, forward for Skamaka. De Silva wins it. Lewis Potter now on the ball, out wide for Damsgaard. Damsgaard from... Is this like the worst Football Manager game you've ever seen? Like, why has nothing happened? What a boring, bore draw stalemate grossness. I mean, at least we haven't conceded a last minute winner. That's legitimately all I can take from that. Alright, so a 0-0 draw it is as we head into this gross, horrible February month against Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester United. I should have said Newcastle, West Ham were actually up in third. So getting a 0-0 draw against the side that's, I mean, they're now in second with a game in hand over Arsenal, but getting a 0-0 draw, holding them at bay when they are such a good side, probably should be happier than we are. It's just compounding misery though. I mean, we've got 5 points now on the team who's down in 18th, Wolves, and a game in hand. So we might end up, I mean, it's against Chelsea is the game in hand. So, I mean, we're not going to end up too far ahead of them, are we? But, like, we're doing okay, I guess. Let's hope that I'm still in the job at Brentford by the next video. Next video, by the way, on the topic, we will come back. We'll come back for this Norwich game because hopefully that'll be a game that we can win because it's probably going to be a bit of a relegation scrap, although they're up in 12th, so maybe not. We'll see. We've got that horrible month. We've got a few games against Crystal Palace and Leeds as well, and we'll come back for this one against Norwich. That'll wrap up today's video, though, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. Make sure you do leave us that like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Comment what you think of the video, how we can fix Brentford, how we can be just better, you know, just improve. Maybe I just need to move clubs and I should never sign a new contract because I don't actually know when my contract... That's an interesting point. When does my contract expire? Contract expires at the end of next season, so we are at least contracted to Brentford for one more season. Whether we actually see that contract out or not is another question. Subscribe to find out, I guess. And until next time, when we go again, hopefully somewhat clear of a relegation battle. Peace.